Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is I again, the amazing gamer DJMC here, with some sad news, but I'm guessing everybody already knows about this because they probably follow Twitter or Instagram or whatever social media stuff. But today is a sad day. Just found out that the iconic voice actor for Optimus Prime, if you read the title of the video, this is basically a tribute because I am using the Optimus Prime skin from the Transformer movie Rise of the Beast. So, to you, Peter, we will miss you. May you rest in peace till all are one. I will say this. I don't talk about Transformers as much. Like, I have nothing against the franchise. I like the series. Like, I watched all of Generation 1. I've seen Transformers Prime. Like, I basically seen the Transformer projects that he was part of, and then I did watch the Transformers series after Generation 1 that don't have him involved at all. Minus the Beast Wars franchise, I never really watched that Transformers series because it didn't really came on to me at the time when it was airing on like Cartoon Network and stuff. But like, I've seen Transformers Generation 1, I guess you can call them the Unicorn Trilogy series because you got Transformers Armada to Energon to Cybertron, then Transformers Animated. I remember watching that one, and then Transformers Prime was a bit years later, but I do own Season 3 on DVD. And of course, we have Peter voicing Optimus in the live action films, like all 5 Michael Bay films, along with the reboot of Bumblebee and its sequel, which I'm now wondering, what does this mean for the future plans of the next live-action Transformer movies? Like, if you guys remember from Rise of the Beast, that there was a crossover going to be planned for G.I. Joe and Transformers, so does that get canceled, or does, they try to find someone that sounds like Peter's Optimus Prime voice? If I'm being honest, I think at this point there's no point to continue it if they don't have the iconic Optimus voice actor, especially that because he voiced Optimus in Bumblebee and also the Rise of the Beast film. Like, it'd be kind of weird to see Optimus again, but not hear the iconic voice. In fact, I probably imagine people who read Transformer comic book stuff in general, like especially the new Skybound one, they probably still hear Peter David's voice, or not Peter. Sorry, not Peter David. Peter. Karen. I'm sorry if I mispronounce his last name. Please don't get mad at me. I just haven't heard that last name before. But, yeah, I decided to play some Fortnite with the skin as a tribute. I do plan on doing a live stream on the Cybertron Transformer games I have on Xbox 360. Like, I plan to do War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron, and of course, Rise of the Dark Spark. So, yes, I'll do a playthrough of those because Peter David did voice Optimus. Or, not David. I'm just gonna call him Peter in general right now because I don't want to mess up the name and get yelled at. But, yeah, so I'll play those games eventually when I feel like playing with the 360 again because, like I said, I am gonna at least finish playing through TASM 1s from scratch on Xbox 360, and then I can focus on Ultimate Spider-Man, Spider-Man 3 on the PS2, and Friend or Foe. But the Transformer stuff will be posted at some point in the future. As long as you guys are still subscribed to me, they will still happen. I haven't forgotten about it. I just might push it back a little. Plus, it was just unexpected. Like, if you guys saw my Rivals video earlier today, I was happy, and I still am because I didn't expect that happen. But then, as soon as I saw that link from one of my YouTuber buddies who I talk with on PlayStation and Discord in the group chat, known as Ultimate Spider-Man, he sends that and it says the article, Optimus Prime's voice actor Peter died at the age of 85. And I will say this, the image they used for him, he looks pretty good for a guy who was 85, but it is kind of sad now knowing what do they now have plans now, because if you think about it, the last time we heard his voice was in the fourth season of Invincible, because he voiced a Viltrumite character from the comics. Of course, he did it in season 2, but still though. Peter, we are going to miss you. May you rest in peace. And actually, I'm wondering how the Megatron voice actor is gonna handle his death, because I could probably see him like, hey, can you be our Megatron for this series? And I'm like, because I'm wondering, did Peter and I forget, is Megatron's voice actor from Generation 1, is it the same guy who voices Fred and Scooby from What's New Scooby-Doo and stuff like that? But yeah, I'm wondering if it was the same deal like how Kevin Conroy and Mark are Batman and Joker. Is it the same deal with Optimus and Megatron? Hopefully I'm making sense. If not, please don't get mad at me. But to all Transformer fans and to myself, I am sad that we lost another famous person. But Jesus Christ, this year really, like, this year's been complicated as hell. There's some good and now there's some fucking bad. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. Another famous person just passes away. Like, really, can we just go for 1 year without a famous person dying? And technically, 3 famous people have passed away this fucking year. And Peter's the 3rd one. It's just like, fucking hell. You know, sorry about that. My dad was asking me a question about something real quick, but yeah, back to what I was saying earlier. Can we just get through an entire year without a famous person just dying? But then I gotta keep in mind, these people were born in the past, almost at the end of the 90s and 80s in some way, because, like, and honestly, I'm surprised some of these famous people have lived this long, so that means they must have been doing something right to keep them alive long enough. But it is kind of sad to see a famous person just pass away, especially after, like, you hear the voice and it's like, oh my god, you voice a character I know. Like, I'm gonna use this for example. If I found out that 4 of the Spidey voice actors from the cartoons I watch, like Crystal Daniel Barnes, Ray Romano Jr., Neil Patrick Harris, and Josh Keaton, like, the 4 cartoon Spider-Man shows I grew up watching, and I find out they passed away, I would be fucking devastated, and yet I can just be really sad about that, because these guys basically got me into the character, and they were part of my childhood and stuff, and it's sad to not hear their voices again. I'm just using that example, but I know at some point in time that might happen. But no, I am gonna miss Peter, because if I'm being honest, no one could do a better Optimus Prime than him, and may he rest in peace. You know what they should do? Like, wherever Peter's buried, like, wherever state he was in, or what city, they should make a giant Optimus Prime statue and says, "Here lies the greatest leader of all time, Optimus Prime," or use Peter's real name underneath it. Like, that would be a big time tribute. Like, give him like the Rocky Balboa treatment of having a statue somewhere where you can just go and pay your respects and also take a picture with the statue and stuff like that. I think that would make Transformer fans happy, but I could probably see a lot of Comic Cons now, people cosplaying as whatever variant of Optimus Prime that Peter voiced, like either Generation 1 or the live action movies or even Transformers Prime. Of course, at some point I might as well buy those two specific Transformer shows on YouTube so I can just watch them whenever I feel like it. Of course, right now I can watch all of Prime on YouTube because there's a playlist, but I actually own the shows digitally at some point, but one thing at a time. But yes, Peter, we are all going to miss you. May you rest in peace until all for one. I hope I'm saying that rhyme right. But you know what? I think the movie theater should play Transformer Generation 1's movie back in theaters as a tribute. That would be good for nostalgia for people who want to see that movie again, plus also a tribute to Peter. But that's all I gotta say. My condolences to Peter's family. Sorry for your loss. And let's try to get through the rest of this year without any more bad news, hopefully. But yeah, I've said my piece, and I hope you guys like this video.